Good day, everyone. So it's me again, your professor, Marlene Nuno, and today I am going to discuss all about solving system of linear equation by Gaussian elimination method. For our learning objectives, the first one, so you're going to represent the augmented matrix of a linear system, and you're going to solve the linear system using the Gaussian elimination method. So what is all about the Gaussian elimination method? It is named after the famous mathematician Carl Friedrich Gauss. So it is a systematic approach used in linear algebra to solve system of linear equation. And it involves transforming the system's augmented matrix into the row echelon form or reduced row echelon form to find the solution. Now, what are the steps to follow in using the Gaussian elimination method? So the first one is to write the augmented matrix. Next is to write the matrix into the row echelon form. And the last one is to use the box substitution to find the remaining variables. Let us take a look at this example. So given the augmented form, find the value of the variables. So if we're going to look at our given matrix, it is already in the augmented form. So by looking now at the main diagonal, all of these are having the entries of 1, and below the pivot are already 1. So this is in the row echelon form already. Now, yan. The first column is pertaining to our x variables. And the second column is pertaining to our y variables. And of course, the other one will be for z variables. And of course, these 3 to -1 are pertaining to the constants. Okay? So if we're going to write the first row into the equation, we will arrive at x plus 2y. We have here 0z. So we're not going to indicate our z variable because that is equivalent to 0. So that is equal to 3 for the constant. And then we have the equation 2. So 0 for the x variable. So that's why we arrive at y plus z is equal to 2. And lastly, we arrive at 0x plus 0y. Then we have here our z is equal to -1. So by looking, we already have the value for z, which is -1. So using this value, we have to substitute this in our equation number 2. So let us copy y plus z is equal to 2 and then substitute the value of z, which is a -1, and then we are going to add both sides, the opposite of -1, which is a +1, so that we will arrive, this is 0, and then y is equal to 2 plus 1, that is 3. So the value of y is equal to 3. Okay? And since we already have z, y, and now we will have our equation number 1 to find the value of x. So x now, x plus 2y is equal to 3. Substitute the value of y, which is now equivalent to 3. So that is now a 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. Now get the opposite of +6 and add -6 on both sides. So that this is 0. And then 3 plus 6, that is 3 plus a -6. That is now -3. So we have x is -3, y is 3, and z is -1. So those are the solution set for our equations. Okay? Now let us take a look at our example number 2. Find the solution set of the system of linear equation x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 9. That is the first equation. Then 2x minus y plus z is equal to 8. And 3x minus z is equal to 3. So our first step is to write the augmented matrix of the system. So the first equation, we have here 1, 2, 3 for the coefficients of x, y, and z respectively, and we have 9 for the constant. So the first row is for the first equation, 1, 2, 3, 9. Now for the second equation, we have here 2, negative 1, 1, 8. That is our second row. And the third row will be from the third equation, 3x minus z. So we have 3 for x, 0 for y, and negative 1 for z. And the constant is 3. So 3, 0, negative 1, 3. So this is the augmented form of our system of linear equation. Next, let us apply. Okay, that is now our from the equation 1 and so on. Okay. Now, let us copy the augmented form. Now, we have to use the step number 2. We're going to write the matrix in the row echelon form. So that is, looking now at the first entry or the pivot, that is already B1. So our next step is to make this 2 0, the same with 3. So the first operation we're going to do is to multiply negative 2 to our first row and add to the second row. Wherein in the, to make 3, 0, we have the operation negative 3 times the row 1 added to row 3. So what is now the result? So we have to copy the first row, 1, 2, 3, 9. Here it goes. And then negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 plus 2, that is 0. So negative 2 times 2, that is now a negative 4, plus negative 1, we have a negative 5. Then negative 2 times 3, that is a negative 6, plus 1, okay, we have a negative 5 here. And then negative 2 times 9, that is a negative 18, added to positive 8, we have negative 10. And then the second operation, to make this 0, multiply the first row to negative 3 and add to row 3. So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 3, that is 0. Negative 3 times 2, that is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 0, okay, we have a negative 6 here. And then negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Added to negative 1, we have negative 10. And negative 3 times 9, that is negative 27, plus 3, that is now a negative 24. So the next step is to make this negative 5, the next pivot. Let us make this into 1. So what operation are we going to do? Yes, we're going to multiply to its reciprocal. So the reciprocal of negative 5 is negative 1/5. So let us multiply our second row to negative 1/5. So we will arrive at 1, 2, 3, 9 for the first row and copy the same with our third row, 0, negative 6, 10, 24. So our concern is on the second row. So let us multiply. 0 times negative 1/5 is of course 0. Negative 5 times negative 1/5, that is now the same as negative 5 times 1, which is negative 5 divided by negative 5, that is now a positive 1. So similarly, negative 5 times negative 1/5 is 1. And then negative 10 times negative 1/5 is the same as negative 10 over negative 5 or positive 2. Okay, then this is our second pivot. So our concern is to make this negative 6 into 0. So what operation are we going to do? Multiply to its opposite, which is now 6. Then let us use our second row. So multiply 6 to the second row and add to the third row. So what will be the result? Let us copy the first row, copy the second row, and now proceed to the operation. 6 times 1 is 6. Added to negative 6, we have here 0. Then we have 6 times 1 is 6. Added to negative 10, that's why we have here a negative 4. And then 6 times 2 is 12, added to negative 24, we arrive at negative 12. So the first pivot, second pivot, that these are already 1. So our concern is to make this negative 4 into 1. So what operation are we going to apply? Okay, multiply to its reciprocal, which is now a negative 1/4. So multiply negative 1/4 to our third row. So let us copy the first row and second row and then apply 0, 0. Of course, that is 0 multiplied to negative 1/4. The negative 4 times negative 1/4 is the same as negative 4 over negative 4 or 1. And negative 12 divided by negative 4, that is not the same as positive 3. Okay, let us copy this. We have the result now. Let us apply the back substitution to find the remaining variables. So, using now the third row, we will arrive at z is equal to 3. So that is already the value of z. Okay? For the second row, we will arrive now at, so 0 for x, that is now y plus z is equal to 2. And of course, from the first row, we arrive now at x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 9. So using the back substitution, we're going to use the value of z in our second equation. So substitute 3 for z. So we have y plus 3 is equal to 2. And then let us add both sides by the opposite of 3, which is the negative 3. That's why that is now equivalent to 0. So y is 2 plus a negative 3, that is negative 1. So this is the value of y. And lastly, using the first equation, x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 9. Let us substitute the value of y and z. So x plus 2 times the value of y, which is a negative 1, plus 3 times z, which is now 3 as the value, is equal to 9. Let us simplify. We have 2 times negative 1, that is a negative 2. And 3 times 3, that is now 9. Let us combine negative 2 plus 9, which is now 7. Okay, copy the right side, which is 9. Then, the opposite of 9, that is now a negative, the opposite of 7, that is a negative 7. So, add both sides by negative 7, so that 7 plus negative 7 will be 0. So, x is equal to 9 plus a negative 2, and x is equal to 2. So, we arrive now at x is 2, y is negative 1, and z is 3. You can check in our system of linear equation, and we will arrive for these correct solutions. Okay? Now, let us take a look at our example number 3. So, find the solution set of, we have the first equation, x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 6, 2x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to 14, and 3x plus y minus z is equal to negative 2. So, we're going to apply the step number 1, write the augmented matrix of the system. Yan, we have here 1, 2, 3 for the variables x, y, z respectively, and 6 for the constant. The second equation, we arrive at 2, negative 3, 2 equals, that is now 14. And then 3, 1, negative 1 is equal to negative 2. So this is our augmented matrix. Let us use this augmented matrix into row echelon form. So what are we going to do? So luckily, this is already 1. So our concern is to make 2 and 3 be 0. So what are the operations? The first one, to make this as 0, we have to take the opposite. So that is a negative 2, added, multiplied to row 1 and add to row 2. And similarly, from the third one, we have to multiply this by negative 3 added to row 3. So what is the result? Okay, let us copy first the first row, 1, 2, 3, 6. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2 plus 2, that is 0. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7. And negative 2 times 3, that is a negative 6. negative 6 plus 2, we arrive at negative 4. Then 6 times negative 2, that is a negative 12. Negative 12 plus 14 is positive 2. And then, let us have our third row. So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Plus 3, we arrive at 0. Then negative 3 times 2, that is a negative 6. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. The negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Negative 9 plus negative 1 is negative 10. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. Negative 18 plus negative 2 is negative 20. Okay. Now, look at the second row. So, we have negative 7. So, I think your next move is to make this 1, you're going to multiply this by negative 1 over 7. Am I right? But if you're going to do that, of course, that becomes 1. This negative 7 becomes 1. But looking now at negative 4 and negative 2, these two numbers are not divisible by 7. Okay? But by looking now at our row 3, negative 5, negative 10, negative 20 are numbers divisible by 5. So, let us take first the third row. What operation are we going to do? Yes, we have to multiply the third row by a negative 1/5. Okay, so what will be the result? Let us copy first the first and the second row so that we have 0 times negative 1/5 is 0. Negative 5 times negative 1/5, negative, negative, of course, that is positive. Then negative 10 times negative 1/5, that is now positive 2. And negative 20 times negative 1/5 is positive 4. So that, by looking now, this part must be 1. So what operation are we going to do? By looking now at 2 and 3 rows, we can interchange them. So let us have that operation. Let us copy the first row, 1, 2, 3, 6, and then interchange the position of our row 2 and row 3. So copy 0, 1, 2, 4 for the second row. And the third row becomes 0, negative 7, negative 4, 2. Okay. Then, since that is first and second pivot are already 1, let us make this negative 7 into 0. So, operation to be used. Okay. So, we have to multiply the second row by 7 and add to row 3. So, let us have that. So, let us copy the first two rows, 1, 2, 3, 6, 0, 1, 2, 4. And let us have this operation. So, 7 times 0 is 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 times 1 is 7 plus negative 7 is 0. 7 times 2, that is 14. 14 plus a negative 4, that is 10. And 7 times 4 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. Okay? Now, next step is to make this 10 equivalent to 1. So, the operation will be 1 over 10 times row 3. So, the result will be, yan, let us copy the first two rows, and 0 times 1/10 is 0. 0 times 1/10 is 0. 10 times 1/10, that is now 1. Okay, 10 divided by 10 yan, diba? 30 divided by 10, or 30 times 1/10, that is now 3. So, looking at our pivot, these are all already 1, and the numbers below are 0. So, we have here a triangular form, okay, matrix natin. So, that is already in the row echelon form. So, let us find now the value of the remaining variables. Okay, so looking now at our last row, we have z is equal to 3. Then the second one, y plus 2z is equal to 4. And x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 6. So using now the second equation, y plus 2z is equal to 4, let us substitute the value of z, which is equal to 3. So 2 times 3, of course, that is equivalent to 6. And then add both sides by a negative 6. So Therefore, that is now 6 plus negative 6 is 0. Then 4 plus a negative 6 is negative 2. So the value of y is negative 2. Now, let us look for the value of x. So using the first equation, x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 6. Let us substitute the value of y, which is a negative 2, the value of z, which is equal to 3, and then simplify. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, and 3 times 3, that is 9. Combining negative 4 and 9, that is 5. And then, let us add both sides by the opposite, which is a negative 5. Then, that is now equivalent to 0. So, the value of x is 6 plus negative 5, that is 1. Okay, so we arrive now at x is equal to 1, y is negative 2, and z is 3. Okay. Now, how about this example number 3? So, looking back, yan, given the matrix, find the value of the variables. Now, looking now at the third rows. Okay, the third row representing 0x sub 1 plus 0x sub 2 plus 0x sub 3 plus 0x sub 4 is equal to 1. So that is our constant. Huh? So meaning to say, all the variables are eliminated. 0 is not equal to 1. So what does it indicate? Therefore, we can say that there is no solution. But in the case, if we have 0 for the rows of the variables, and then if we have 0 on this part, then we can conclude that we have an infinite solution. Okay? But in the case, that is now 0 is equal to 0, because that is possible, isn't it? 0 is equal to 0, then we will arrive at infinitely many solutions. But in this case, 0 is not equal to 1 or any real numbers other than 0. Therefore, you can conclude that the system has no solution. Okay, I hope that is clear. And then, lastly, let us look now at the given matrix. So, let us choose our x sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 3, x sub 4, kulang pa, x sub 5, yes, and x sub 5 for the variables. Okay, let us write the equation. So that is already in the matrix form kasi we have here the pivot. Okay, these are the pivot, and we have below them are already zeros. Okay, so we can write the first equation, first row, as x sub 1 plus 2x sub 2 plus 3x sub 3 plus 4x sub 4 plus 5x sub 5 is equal to 6. Wherein, in the second row, we arrive at 0x sub 1. So we will start at, we have an x sub 2 plus 2x sub 3 plus 3x sub 4 minus x sub 5 is equal to 7. Okay? And the third row gives us 0 for x sub 1 and x sub 2. So we will start at x sub 3 plus 2x sub 4 plus 3x sub 5 is equal to 7. And then the fourth row, okay, fourth row gives us 0 for x sub 1, x sub 2, and x sub 3. So we will start at x sub 4 plus 2x sub 5 is equal to 9. Okay, let us copy this. Ayan. So we looking now at our equation in row 4 from the fourth row. Okay, x sub 4 plus 2x sub 5 is equal to 9. So if we're going to add both sides by a negative 2x to the fifth, we will arrive at x sub 4 is equal to, ayan. So we're going to set first yung x sub 5 natin. X sub 5 can be any real numbers, no? So kulang na yung ating rows for x sub 5. So since we already have 4 rows, we're going to set x sub 5 as any real numbers. And then, so as I've said, if we're going to add this, both sides by a negative 2x sub 5, this is eliminated. So x sub 4 is 9 minus 2x sub 5. Okay, that is now the value of x sub 4. Now, we can use our third row to find the value of x sub 3 using our x sub 4 and x sub 5. So, that is now x sub 3 is equal to 7. So, okay, that is now, by adding both sides by a negative 2x to the fifth, this is 0. Ayan na siya, negative 2x to the fifth, 2x sub 4, and then minus 3x sub 5. Okay, this one. So, we add the opposite of this. And then, that is now, by looking now on the result of x sub 3, we can rewrite this equation in the form of x sub 5. So, if we're going to substitute the value of x sub 4 in 9 minus 2x sub 5, yan, substitute natin the value of x sub 4. Then, simplify this. So, we will arrive now at, so copy, x sub 3 is equal to 7. Then, multiply, negative 2 times 9 is negative 18. Negative 2 times negative 2x sub 5, that is now positive 4x sub 5. And copy, negative 3x to the 5th. 3x sub 5 rather, okay? So, combine 4x sub 5 minus 3x sub 5. That is now equivalent to an x sub 5. Then 7 minus 18, that is now a negative 11. So, this is the value for x sub 3. Okay. Then, using now the second row, so x sub 2 is 7 minus, that is now, okay, by addition property of equality, add their opposite, so we arrive at the, this becomes 0, and then, we have the opposite of this on the right side, negative 2x sub 3 minus 3x sub 4, and then negative, so that is now positive x sub 5. Let us substitute the value of x sub 3 and x sub 4. Ayan. So, 7 minus 2 times the value of x sub 3, let us copy this, negative 11 plus x sub 5. Ayan. And close in parentheses. And then, minus 3 times the value of x sub 4. So, enclose natin in parentheses. We have 9 minus 2x sub 5. And then, copy x sub 5. So, simplifying by distributive property, 7 plus negative 2 times negative 11 is positive 22. Negative 2 times x sub 5 is negative 2x sub 5. Then, negative 3 times 9 is negative 27. Negative 3 times negative 2x sub 5 is positive 6x sub 5. And copy x sub 5. Okay? Combining similar terms. Okay, what will be the result? Okay, this is 7 plus 22. That is 29. 29 minus 27 is 2. Okay. And negative 2x sub 5 plus 6x sub 5, that is 4x sub 5. 4x sub 5 plus x sub 5, of course, we have 5x sub 5. So, that is the value of our x sub 2. And lastly, let us find the value of x sub 1 using the first equation. Substitute the value of x sub 2. Ayan, we have 2 plus 5x sub 5. The value of x sub 3, negative 11 plus x sub 5. Substitute the value of x sub 4, which is 9 minus 2x sub 5. And then apply the distributive property. So, we will arrive at x sub 1. Then, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5x sub 5 is 10x sub 5. Then, 3 times negative 11 is negative 33. 3 times x sub 5 is 3x sub 5. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times negative 2x sub 5 is negative 8x sub 5. Let us copy this 5x sub 5. Combining similar terms, x, okay, let us have first the x sub 1. Okay, copy natin si x sub 1. Then 4, nasa na? Okay, ito. 4 minus a negative 33. That is negative 29. Negative 29 plus Negative 29 plus 36, that is now positive 7. Okay? Is it correct? We can combine first this one to double check. 36 plus 4, the positive. 36 plus 4 is 40. 40 minus 33. Okay, that is 7. Check. And then, how about the x sub 5? So, 10x sub 5 plus 3x sub 5 is 13x sub 5. 13 minus 8x sub 5, that is now 5. 5x sub 5. 5x sub 5 plus 5x sub 5, that is 10x sub 5. Okay, let us copy this 6 and then apply the addition property of equality, so that we have, that is 6 minus 7, that is negative 1, and then we add negative 10x to the negative 10x sub 5 on both sides, so this becomes 0, so it goes negative 10x sub 5. So this is the value for our x sub 1. Now, it's time for you to practice. So if you have any questions, any comments, just send it to me, and we're going to discuss your concern, okay? Okay, so try to practice now using this system of equations, so by Gaussian elimination method, and we're going to check this on our next meeting. Okay, so have the copy of these equations. Thank you so much, and I hope you learn from our discussions. Okay, God bless everyone.